Oh, my goodness. And there it is. Wow. Gets it to go.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to Bowl TV for continued coverage of the 2021 PWBA Summer Classic Series from the International Training and Research Center in Arlington, Texas. My name is Aaron Smith with Bowl TV, and we are ready for match play at the second event of the Summer Classic Series, the PWBA International Bowling Campus Classic. The great news about this event so far, this 38-foot condition, was very interesting to see it play out yesterday. It ended up being pretty crazy toward the end of it. We got the Bowl TV Classic set for Monday and Tuesday, a little bit further in the week, but we have a lot to determine over the course of 12 match play games today. From first place to 12th, there's only 105 pins difference. So everybody has a chance at this. There's going to be a ton of change and everything in the standings throughout the course of the block today. And that's the way we like it here at Bowl TV. So as match play gets underway, we're going to go to the lanes before we bring in the rest of the Bowl TV crew. So we're going to take a look at our top four competitors from qualifying 9 games yesterday. It's going to be Stephanie Zavala, Brianna Cote, Kelly Kulik, and Verity Crawley. As we get underway here, once again, this is going to be a 6-game block. We're going to have 2 of these today. And then by the time we are all said and done with these 2 match play rounds, the top 4 will advance to the step ladder finals, which will be taking place later tonight right here on Bowl TV, 9 p.m. Eastern time. We're crowning a champion today, folks. But with that, let's bring in the Bowl TV crew. We're going to start off with Matt Cannizzaro, who's sitting just a couple feet away from me, which is very nice. So he knew I was going to call on him next. So Matt Cannizzaro, welcome to Bowl TV.
What's up, little buddy? How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm very excited for this match play round. The end of the block last night during A Squad was pretty crazy, crunching the numbers for 2 events essentially in one. But Stephanie Zavala was the player at the end of the day, leading the way so far in the IBC Classic, and then leading the field into the Bowl TV Classic on Monday and Tuesday.
Certainly, we saw some big numbers and had some excitement yesterday, as you mentioned. I can attest to the furious calculations that were happening next to me while I was working on some things, and JT and Aaron were just feverishly trying to figure out what was happening and who's in, who's out. And I'm sure a lot of emotions running high and a lot of players sitting on the edges of their seats wherever they were, if not in the ITRC, waiting to hear the list of those who advanced both in this event and the bigger picture, the Bowl TV Classic. So a lot of excitement, a lot of big scores, a lot of strikes yesterday. I'm sure we'll see much more of the same today with the best of the best going head-to-head all day long.
And speaking of the excitement in the ITRC, an individual bringing it here on Bowl TV, the excitement, that's Curtis Von Kruger.
Yo. Good morning, folks. I am jazzed. I already have had like 2 cups of coffee. I've got a cold brew coming my way to keep me jazzed up for my favorite part of bowling. And I've made no qualms and mixed no words when it comes to match play. And match play means one thing, Aaron Smith. It means a position round. We have a position round right now, but that doesn't have as much significance as the one we will have game 12 tonight to determine our top 4. And the energy that is brought by a position round is unlike any other in bowling. And so I'm excited. I'm ready to go. But you look at this field, and it was a tale of 2 cities, if you will, from first tournament to second tournament. Because only one player, made both top 12s. And that would be Verity Crawley, as Kelly gets that nice 7-10. I'm sure that'll wake her up a little bit. Who am I kidding? Kelly's been up for like 85 hours already, and she's probably worked out and done more things than I will do all day. So Verity Crowley is the only person to have made both top 12s, and that seems odd to me. You figure, you would have a couple of players. I predicted Diana Zevyalova and Dasha Kovalova. I was close with Diana. She just kind of fell a little short there at the finish line. But Dasha just didn't have a day. She just didn't match up well, apparently, on this pattern. Never got comfortable, never got anything really going. So there is a moderate amount of urethane being thrown on the lanes right now, but I give Ashley Rucker a little bit of an edge today. I feel like she is the only left-hander in the field. And for some unknown reason, she is the only person in this building that can play the gutter. And by the gutter, I mean she can play like 5. So I think Ashley's going to have a really nice look. As you can see, Verity's throwing, I think it's a fast pitch already. Danielle McEwen started off with her pitch black. And then you have a couple of other bowlers that are in urethane. Sandra Gongora is in what looks to be a purple hammer. So yeah, that's kind of the game plan right now. Play out, play with that urethane, and then let's see what happens along the transition. So it's exciting. It's ready. I'm ready to go. I'm jazzed.
Jazzed. Word of the day so far, jazzed. I got 2 things I'm very intrigued to watch here in this block. And yesterday on The Fresh, we saw Stephanie Zavala for the first 4 games average more than 250. And for those of you who have a subscription to Bowlers Journal International, and if you don't, I'm not sure why, Stephanie, she's on the cover this month. So you can learn more about her game by picking up a subscription to Bowlers Journal. But I'm going to be intrigued to see if she can keep up that pace. Obviously, less players on the lanes, but she started with urethane and is with urethane again, has the front 3 out of the gate. So we'll see if she can create some separation from the rest of the field. But the thing I'm very, very, very interested to see, and the term I'm going to throw out there, and I'm sure a few bowlers know a little thing about this because they like having it, and it's house money. And I feel there are a few players who snuck in from B squad who didn't necessarily think their number was going to be enough with the way we saw things play out from the first squad compared to the second squad. So we got a few players down there. This is not only an extra opportunity they probably didn't have, but also, unfortunately, they didn't qualify for the Bowl TV Classic. So you look at some players a little bit farther back. Sandra Gongora getting that final spot. Yes. Stephanie Schwartz. This would be, she did do enough to qualify for both events. But then the one player who circled red, arrows pointing to it, expect to have a big day, Shannon O'Keefe.
Oh, yeah.
So she knows right now this is her last opportunity to compete for the rest of the Summer Classic Series. So I feel she is going to cash in this opportunity, putting it all, she's pushing the chips all in, and it's going to be she's not going to let this opportunity slip by. I fully expect her to make the jump from 11th into the top 4 by the time it's all said and done.
The last person you want to give a chip and a chair to, right? Because that's all you need, right? You need some chips in front of you, and you need a spot at the table. And Shannon O'Keefe has that spot at the table, and she is the reigning 2-time PWBA Player of the Year. Obviously has won more titles in the last couple of years than anybody. And I think she had more titles in the last 2 years than the entire A squad had for the most part. And that is an impressive and disheartening stat for others who are looking at bowling her during this match play round. I agree with you. You absolutely read my mind. But you know what? I've got a player, and you're seeing her throw a shot right there. Starting off with the front 5, Verity Crowley, I think, is in the groove right now. She exercised her demons by popping off that first title in Tennessee. And now she's ready to go. She's hungry for number 2. She finished 4th in the first tournament. Obviously didn't have the success in the step ladder that she was looking for. But Now is the time for her to shine. And I think I would look to her to be in first or second place. And I think she takes over Stephanie Zavala's spot in first place. And that's a tall order to do. But Verity, just her swing looks so loose. She's making good moves. She's ready to go. Front six right there for Verity.
She's cashing it in. Folks, we're going to go full screen here for the back half of game number 1, but myself, Matt, and Curtis will be joining throughout the course of the day to bring you all the updates as they develop. So once we have scores, as we said, 105 pins, the difference from first to 12th. So, this we're just setting the table here in this first round. These 6 games is just setting it up to get a little bit clearer idea of what we're having for dinner later today. But it's going to be very interesting to see the jumps and to see the moves as well. We saw a lot of folks make their runs in the back half of the block yesterday on this 38-foot condition. And so obviously on the fresh, as Curtis mentioned, we see quite a bit of urethane going down there. Brianna Cote, a player using reactive here in the early going. But excited to see the developments here. And folks, of course, you can follow the action all day on BullTV.com. We do have every pair available for you to watch, to go through, navigate. So if you want to follow your favorite athlete for each and every game, each and every shot, you can do so. BullTV.com, the place to be for that. So big good morning. Hello. Welcome to the Bull TV family. I know you're all out there checking in the chat already. So hope you're having a great day so far. And I know you're looking forward to the excitement coming up the rest of the day here at the IBC Classic. Also, a big hello to the folks joining us on Facebook and YouTube. We'll be here on these platforms for game number 1, and then it's going to be time to head over to Bull TV. So this will be our daily push for a subscription, folks. Check it out. There's a lot of great opportunities to watch the rest of the way out, including the stepladder finals later tonight. If you just want to watch the action for the rest of the day, that's an option. You can check out all the live coverage with an event ticket for $8.95. If you're interested in watching the rest of the the Summer Classic Series, which is the IBC Classic, the regional event on Sunday, and then the Bull TV Classic on Monday and Tuesday. So 4 more days, 3 stepladder finals. You can pick up one of those for $19.95. We also have a few recurring subscriptions you can pick from. So a monthly recurring subscription, $9.95, and then an annual recurring subscription, $79.95. Transaction fees do apply at all 4 price points. But the great part about the monthly and the annual is not only do you get the live event coverage, but you also get the full access to BullTV.com. So archived events, on-demand content, and more. In addition, thinking about this, specifically this monthly, if you want to catch a few additional PWBA tour events, we're going to have 2 more in August coming up. The PWBA Spokane Open, August 19th through the 21st. And then the U.S. Women's Open, the final major, from the 24th through the 31st. So a monthly recurring subscription gets you access to all of those and more. To check things out in Verity. Makes it 8 for 8. So we hope to see you at BullTV.com. Once again, the community is great. The Bull TV chat, always open. And we got giveaways as well. So be on the lookout for those. And during tonight's stepladder finals, we will be giving away not 1, not 2, but 3 bowling balls to lucky Bull TV viewers.
Good match going here. 11 and 12, Sandra Gongora. Shannon O'Keefe. Sandra can bowl a 259. O'Keefe right behind her with a 249 possible out there for her. Both striking at will right now, but it looks like Verity is moving with the momentum early. Front 8. And her look is really strong right now. I like her entry angle. I like what she's throwing. I think that'll benefit her further down the block. And Verdi hopping off to a very quick start here on the fresh.
Taking a look at live scoring, Jen Higgins also putting together a nice performance so far. She had a fantastic finish to the block yesterday. Went about 115 over her final 2 games to move to north of plus 200, finish at plus 211. Can still shoot 269 in a matchup against Clara Guerrero.
A late split over here by Shannon O'Keefe is going to put the match in the hands of Sandra. A little surprising there, but she's going to try to finish this one out strong and at least put a little pressure on Sandra to keep it clean.
.226 now the max score for Shannon.
She does throw down the first one in the 10th, Aaron. Excuse me, the 1 in the 9th. I can't. My brain is booting up. I've got a 20-ounce cold brew coming right now. Just got put in my hands.
Oh, let's go.
Let's go. One thing you should be afraid of is me just absolutely pumped full of coffee.
Curtis, you're an energetic guy as it is.
Yeah.
We're going to get more. And can we get 9?
Oh, no. 2-8. Still a great start there for Verity. She just got it out a little bit. And as we know in this house, OB is definitely in play. The gutter just doesn't hook. It doesn't hook. It doesn't hook for most anybody. Unless you're pointing it off the gutter and forcing it. And that's just a convention. It's just a characteristic of this particular facility. And it has been like that forever, Aaron Smith.
Mm-hmm. ITRC officially had its grand opening in 2010, early 2010. So been around for more than a decade now. As Verity is going to have a blemish on her score sheet here with the open frame, but can still get to 266 here. Is going to collect the win and the all-important 30 bonus pins associated with the victory.
Oh, that makes things interesting right there. Little washout there for Stephanie. Puts things back in play a little bit here for Brianna. Brianna's got to step up and clear the sheet.
We saw Cote really put it together starting in game 3 yesterday. She was actually minus after the first 2 games, and then went 279 and 285 back-to-back to skyrocket up the leaderboard.
That usually does it.
That certainly helps, and that's going to be for the hard way.
That is definitely the hard way. 209 now the max score for Stephanie. And that is, if she doesn't get the victory here, we will have a new tournament leader. Brianna Cote will move into the lead with Verity nipping at the heels. Come on, let's get that crumble. 256 going to be the score for Verity, contingent obviously upon her making her corner pin. You expect it, but it's never guaranteed. And Brianna does some of the heavy lifting, lays down that foundation. She needs both of them. No, she needs all of them to put pressure on Stephanie to get count. And on cue, Verity misses this 10-pin. I'm not laughing at her. I'm laughing at the irony of things I say.
So the spare ball, or I should say the spare game, not on point that game for Verity. But when you strike 9 times, that usually helps alleviate that, especially when 8 of them are in a row. 255. It's going to be enough for the victory. So she's going to move to plus 310.
That's going to make her the leader. What is Jen Higgins still shooting? That's a good question. You got that live scoring popped up. You can check out those scores.
245 with a win.
245 with the win. That's
the win.
That will do some heavy lifting. 75 bonus spins right there, but Verity will keep her stay ahead of her, right?
Yes. Oh yeah, yeah. She had a couple pins on her already entering this game. So for Zavala, if she's able to double, she would hold on to the lead here. Just going to need a couple pins for the victory. And we talked about Shannon O'Keefe and cashing in opportunities. Sandra Gongora opens the 10th frame and just can't do that against Shannon.
No, she's going to get the double. And she does.
Going to get the victory. And you know, as close as this is, you know, Shannon's already making her move. You know, on 9 and 10, not a lot of big scores between Danielle McEwen and Stephanie Schwartz. Someone's going to get to the 30, but well, potentially they're as close as they are. You know, tie situation. We've seen that before, but
I will say this: we are going to make a move. And as Shakespeare might say, parting is such sweet sorrow. As we close out this game, we have to part ways with our Facebook and YouTube crowd, our Facebook crowd. And implore you, may I say, command thee, to check out bowl.com, and pick up that subscription, because it's only $9.95 comparatively to the event pass. It makes a lot of sense. And you get extra bowling and extra content that is just high quality content for you. So check out bowltv.com and come join us, this wonderful community. We have a lot of fun in the chat. Aaron Smith.
We certainly do. Occasionally, we've been known to talk about a thing or two that is not bowling as well. So get some pop culture in there.
Absolutely.
A few fun questions along the way for the chat as well. 199 to 185, the victory for Stephanie Zavala.
And then Verity will go ahead of her
by just a couple sticks, but right now that's what it's all about. We saw how important those wins were in the Go Bowling Classic earlier. Taking a look at Jordan Richards, she put together a 10-2 record. You know, even though she was out averaged by a couple of the other players who made the show, and even a few who didn't make the show, she was able to find a way to collect those wins to make it there. Ended up finishing in 3rd place. So, especially with it as tight as everything is, a win any way you can get it is humongous at this moment. But folks, as Curtis said, we're done with game 1. So we're going to take a quick break to refresh and get set for game 2 and the rest of the block. If you're on bowltv.com, you're all set. You're good to go. We'll be back in just a moment. For the folks on Facebook and YouTube, we hope to see you over at bowltv.com. Come hang out, check it out, and enjoy the top stars on the PWBA tour. For right now, we'll be saying goodbye. Game 2 underway in just a moment here on Bowl TV.